has to be about the other people. If you start sailing off and everything is about you and what you want and your accomplishments, you will wake up one day and you will find yourself to be very alone. Is that a downer? That's the truth, though. I'm here to give you the truth on this YouTube. I've heard from so many of you who watched my previous video, how I built my career in fashion. So what I'm about to show you is like a second part to that video. And I wanted to just walk you through some of the key themes that my business was built on. Every business is different. There are different morals and values at the heart of every brand, but these are mine. The biggest theme that has run through my business from day one to now until hopefully forever is community. It's not about the dress. It's not about how much the dress costs. It's that every single person who had a hand in making that garment also has a dream. And through buying that garment, you are helping to foster that dream. Whether that's the seamstress who came an hour on a bus every single morning to make that piece with love, or the young woman who moved here out of school with a dream to live in New York City and make it in fashion, the hair and the makeup teams, the creative teams, the set design teams, the more that you can feel, the more that we can feel that we're all in this together, the better any work is gonna be. If you're lucky enough to have any platform in your life, I think the most important thing that you can do is to bring everyone around you on that journey with you. For so many young designers that are starting now, what a great opportunity it is to be able to tell your story through a myriad of platforms, and I think it's so important that you do that. People want to know what they're buying into, who they're buying into, why they're buying into it. Do not shy away from your own story. Surround yourself with people who know you, who understand your story, believe in your story, and want to tell that story. PR is so important. To have that team who can put that story into context is so important. Who you fundamentally are as a person has to be injected in all of your work. I think people can sense when it's genuine and when it's not. So know your story. Stick with your story. Trust your instinct. This has been crucially important for me. The one thing I can assure you is that in business, every single month, week even, you're going to be up against something. The most important thing that you can do is know when to take the gamble and when to let the chips fall where they may. Trust your instincts. There have been so many moments where almost every single person in the room has told me not to do something that I felt so sure that I had to do. Not to brag, but a few of those moments have been the better things that have happened in the brand. Trust yourself, find every way, and do it. It's all about people first. This is really crucial, and I think I learned this lesson growing up in a store with my grandmother when I was young, just being surrounded by the customers and the clients and the women. After the show now, I'm really less interested in seeing what anyone has to say about it or reading a review of it. I always go straight to the customers and the clients and the women in my personal circle who wear the clothes. I want to know what you liked about it, what you didn't like, what could I do better. This is a service industry. This is a service business. Our only job is to service our customers and our clients. So when you look around, you have to have that direct relationship with the women who wear your clothes. Surrounding yourself with people and conversations, ideas and thoughts that reflect the breadth of the experience of the world that we live in. Through the experience of making clothes, you have the shows, the images, the stories, everything that surrounds it, and I do believe that you have a responsibility within that world, a responsibility and an opportunity to put out into the world how you want to see the world. The power of positivity, lean into it. Everyone needs to feel cool in fashion. And what's weird about it, and was always weird about it for me coming in, is that like cool looks very different in fashion than what it did to me growing up. Like when I thought someone was cool growing up, I just thought they were like, I don't know, happy and cool and like loving their lives. And cool in fashion to me looks sometimes like anger. I don't know. I've always loved positivity. I love it when a woman dances down the runway. I love it when people are screaming in the crowd. I love it when people are just like wearing things the way that they want to wear them. Fashion is about feeling good. But I think surrounding yourself with positivity and happiness and putting that image out into the world, you can't really ever go wrong. Don't forget with your space to promote and work in the issues that matter to you and that are personally important to you. I personally believe that every young person in this country should have access to education. It is where I found myself. It is where I found my self-confidence, and I want to make sure that any young person has that same opportunity. So these are just some of the things that I have carried with me that have been foundational for my brand. And as you go out into your life and hopefully start yours, I would say that find out what those things are in your life that are important to you and stick with those. Carry them with you always, because there will be times that challenge you and there will be times that you are going to have to look deep inside of yourself in a moment's notice and remember who you are. So find out what those handful of things are for you that matter the most to you. And as long as you stick with those, I think that you will be successful. Thank you for coming to my free YouTube masterclass today. And I will see you guys again soon. I'm wishing you all the love, health, and luck.